If you're a heating and air conditioning technician, salesperson, or even an entrepreneur, how does your reason why resonate with your goals and achievement? And why does this matter? This is an important question. I'm Scott Silverman, coming to life for HVAC Technician Sales Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. Now, I get the benefit to interact with top technicians, top salespeople, and even top entrepreneurs. And I look for the common elements for the reason that they hit their goals. I have deep conversations and say, tell me about what you were thinking. Tell me about the background. Share with me what is going on in your head. And I've really narrowed it down to 5 things. There's really 5 items that people work within when they're hitting goals. And then there's 5 items that people are working without when they're missing their goals, but they happen to be the same 5. You can work them forwards or you can work them backwards. And this is why you should join HVACTechSecrets.com. I'll give you the goods, not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel. So let's start with number 1. One of the reasons why people hit their goals is they have a strong sense of family. And let's just run down what that is. That could be significant other if they don't have kids. That could be significant other plus kids. That could be significant other plus kids, plus parents if they're taking care of them, or grandparents if they're taking care of them. And they're like, I am going to hit my goal because I need to take care of my family. I want to give them a better life. I want to give them places they can go, things to do, great vacation, clothes, cars. Like there's a ton here that you can fill in the blanks. Now, me as a single guy, that one, I can look and say, hey, look, there's things that I want to do to respect my family, but don't have a significant other, don't have kids at this point in my life. And so this one for me is like, okay, I can see it and it makes sense, but it doesn't really ring true to me. So the second one is money. Like, where do I want to be for retirement? What are the cool things that I want to do with my life? What do I see myself achieving? Do I want rental properties? Do I want cars? Do I want trucks? Do I want fancy watches? There is an element of my reason why has to do with money, because that's an easy way for everybody to exchange like a value unit. People understand like $10 can kind of buy you lunch these days. $20 can buy you a couple of gallons of gas. We can exchange value units, and we can understand that like $1 is going to buy you something almost at the dollar store. So money could be one of the things. Like, I want to have $100,000 in my bank account. I want to have $5 million in my retirement account, right? That's a reason for the goal. That's a reason for me to go, I am going to head in this direction. I'm going to put a dot on the horizon, and money is my reason why. Okay. That could be for me. All right. May not be though. Number 3, personal goals. Some people, it's not the money. It's the personal goal. It's the satisfaction of achievement. I was able to sell $500,000 last month. I was able to earn $50,000 in income. It's a personal goal. The money just happens to be a byproduct. And I know a couple of salespeople that, like, the money to them, they don't care. They live a totally basic life, drive a 30-year-old car, got a pile of money in the bank account. But what matters to them is that they hit that number every month. If they hit that number, and money's just like, I got money in the bank. I'm not too worried about it. It's an interesting conversation to have with people, like, especially like if we go from like, I have to have money, got to have money, to money's just proof that I hit my goal. Okay. So like when you're looking for your reason why, you may be this person, like personal goals. Number 4 could be envy. It's keeping up with the Joneses. That guy over there is hitting this thing, buying that thing, purchasing this thing. That woman over there is hitting this thing, hitting that goal, doing what they need to do. And there are people who just based upon envy are able to, like, me go out, close deals, make things happen, make my dreams come true, do all these cool things, do all these fantastic things. Envy is a true thing. And like, hey, no judgment. If that's you and you're hitting your goals, fantastic. If that's you and you're like not hitting your goals, I would say, where is your dopamine rush? Where is your stack coming from? And then number 5 on this list, 5 is pretty interesting. Like, I'm going to share something with you. At this point in my life, I probably have 2,800 YouTube videos across 4 channels. Like, I think I've got 2,600 on Scott Bell Consultant. I've got 100 on Scott Sylvan Bell. At the time of this is video number 155. I got 155 on HVAC Tech Secrets. I think I have like 80 on Travel Blog Tropical, but I haven't touched that channel in, like, I don't know, 7 years. But if you take a look, like, my proof to others, I was told to be quiet a lot as a kid. Like, nobody wants to hear you. Nobody wants to hear what you have to say. I'm like, all right, well, then I'm going to go out, and my proof to others is people do want to listen to me. People do want to hear what I have to say. I got 220 podcast episodes. I've been on a ton of podcasts. I've done a bunch of private interviews. I've done a bunch of private training. So part of it is like, I got to prove people wrong in my mind. Like, this is one of my drivers. I'm letting you in on the inside. This is one of my drivers. I got to prove people wrong. Like, there are people who want to listen to me. There are things that are important that I have to say, right? Or it could be to prove people right. There's people out there that believe in me. They're like, Scott, I watch all of your videos, and I'm going to prove them right, that I'm going to keep putting up good content. The reason why I bring all of this up is when I struggle in my personal life, I start looking at, like, what reason why am I not achieving? Like, family for me, no family, no wife, no kids, no girlfriend at this point, right? I've got a bird. And she doesn't care how much money I make as long as I feed her, talk to her, and teach her all the noises from the Three Stooges. Money does motivate me, right? I like looking and saying, here's X amount of dollars in my bank account, going to the bank and cashing a check and having one of the tellers go, what did you do? This is as much as I make in an entire year. Like, that's a pretty cool feeling. That's a dopamine rush. Number 3, personal goals. I've got personal goals. Beach house on Oahu, North Shore pipeline, Ehukai Beach, right? Like, if you go out there and you look up Zillow, you don't even have to go out there. You can look up Zillow. Some of those houses are $20 million, because they're team houses for the surf teams. Like, Volcom's got a house out there, Quicksilver's got a house out there. But I mean, like, tell me that wouldn't be awesome to wake up on a big day at Pipe to watch some big wave surfing. I've seen Kelly Slater out there, Derek Ho, Mason Ho, John Florence. Like, you name all the top surfers. I've been out there. I've seen the Japanese surf team. Like, some of the local legends out there too. Like, I'm naming off big people that you've heard of, but like the Rothmans, the dudes from Dahui, like, see, if you're like, how do I know it's one of my reasons why? You're going to be willing to talk about it. You're willing to discuss it in deep level. Personal goals. Personal goals is like, yep, that's my best. Move to Hawaii, live on the beach, watch the sunsets during the summertime on the North Shore. Oh, in August, they're pink and orange. They're fantastic. They're amazing. Envy. This one really doesn't trigger me. I'm not envious of other people, right? So, like, remember at the beginning of this video, I said that my makeup may not be your makeup, and that's important to understand. And then number 5, so like, if I had to go family, money, yes, personal goals, yes, envy, right? And prove other people wrong or right. Those are the 3 of the 5, and chances are pretty good that you're going to have 2 out of 5 or 3 out of 5 that are going to hit with you. Like, so family, money, personal goals, envy, prove other people right, prove other people wrong. Are there more? Yep. But these are the biggest. Like, there's 5 big ones that I would put right here to say, hey, look, these are the 5 reasons that you need to know of why you're hitting your goals or why you're not hitting your goals, and your strong reason why. And I would sit down and, like, go through this video again and ask yourself, okay, do I do what I do for my family, my wife and my kids, my husband and my kids, you know, my significant other, my kids, my significant other, period. Do I do it for the money? Do I do it for personal goals? Do I do it for envy? Or do I do it to prove other people right or prove them wrong? Because if you're struggling, chances are good you've got 0 of those right now that you're paying attention to. And it could be just because you've lost interest. It could be because you're depressed. It could be that you're just personally struggling. And sometimes people are like, I have all of those. I've got 5 out of 5. I'm like, congratulations. No judgment. I've got 3 of 5. Like, but once again, mine won't be what you choose. You may go like, hey, I kind of like what you said, but not necessarily like this is perfect. Okay. So family, money, personal goals, envy, and then prove other people's wrong. And in money, you could probably say greed. Okay. All right. No big deal. You got one thing to do from here. Just one thing. Find the subscribe button. Click on it every time I send out a video. You'll get an update that says, Scott, send out a video for HVACTechSecrets.com, or hit the follow button. We'll see you soon. Thanks for dropping by.